Isn't it so nice to be back in person? You can sneeze.
My first interview post-COVID. Lovely. Let's get this off of the bag.
Got you. There, man. That's okay.
Listen, congrats on the film. I mean, I'm such a big Top Gun fan. I was so excited. Loved it. When you're approached, somebody calls you and says, Tom Cruise wants you to play Goose's son in a new Top Gun movie. Yeah. Is it fear or is it excitement first? Do you know what I mean? It's a big role.
Well, I had just finished a project that I was working on, and I had just taken a vacation. I was in Hawaii, and I got a call from my agent saying that you are one of a few people that they're looking at for this. Are you interested? I was like, yeah, of course, but I'm on vacation. They go, somebody's going to be there in an hour hand delivering you a script. You need to read it, and then they're waiting for you, and then you give it back to them. So that was kind of how it started. Wow. And then I went down and auditioned for it with a couple other guys, and yeah, I think once after that I met with Tom, and once he kind of shook my hand and we sealed the deal, then the reality of it set in. Okay,
and someone delivering a script in person on your holidays sounds all very Mission Impossible. Do you know what I mean? Is it a bit like that Top Secret when you sign on to something like this?
Well, that's how a lot of like I think Star Wars is very similar, and a lot of these kind of high profile projects operate in a bit of secrecy. So it was new to me, but also it did feel kind of cool, I think.
So what was it like to work with Tom in the end? Because you have a lot of intense scenes with Tom in this film as well. So what were they like to do, and what's he like? Because everybody loves Tom Cruise.
I mean, there you go. Everybody loves Tom Cruise, and the one thing that he really impressed upon everybody is manners. That's something that Tom is very high on.
Okay.
The way he leads the set is something I hadn't really experienced before. He truly does know how to do every single person's job. He spends so much of his time really kind of focusing on the details that it elevates everybody around him. Okay. And he's such an incredible dramatic actor. So getting to do a couple scenes with him where the stakes were a little high was a lot of fun.
There's a great scene in this film where you're jamming away on the piano, which is so much fun. Was that a fun one to film? And I believe you actually can play loads of instruments in real life.
It was, I did. The first time, we did it. All the extras were actual naval aviators, and I don't think they had any idea that the scene gets to a place where I sit down and play and sing Great Balls of Fire, and I did it live. And that was cool, and they just spontaneously started chanting like "Rooster, Rooster," and they started cheersing and chugging their beer, which was fake, but they were just in the moment. So it was really, really special.
I love that you did it live. Are you that man at a party, Miles? Because in Ireland we love a party. Are you that man who'll jump on the piano at 2 a.m. or whatever, 12, just when it's starting to properly kick off?
Well, I'm a good amount. I'm about 50% Irish and really? Scottish. Yeah, on my mom's side, maiden name was Dean, so that's where from Galway, and I took Intro to Celtic Music with Mick Maloney in college, and I've always loved that, and I think you need to be able to sing a song, dance a jig, tell a joke. I think those are very Irish things that I admire.
And speaking of music, I mean, only last year I think it was you appeared in Taylor Swift's music video.
Right.
They're making that in. What's Taylor Swift like to work with? And do you like to challenge yourself and do lots of different things? Because from one project to the next, it's also different.
I mean, Taylor is... She'll go down in history. She really is already so accomplished, and just the fact that she writes all of her own songs. I mean, working with her and Tom, I feel like I'm only working with the best of the best. So we'll see if that keeps going.
You absolutely are. Obviously, in this film, I mean, you really did training. You really are in fighter jets for the film. What was the training like? Was it exhausting? Because it must be tough to fly a jet plane.
It was really, really exhausting. It was about, we flew for about 3.5, 4 months before we ever started filming. That was just kind of a training program that Tom developed for us. Okay. We started in a Cessna and then moved our way up, and we're just doing a bunch of aerobatic maneuvers and really getting our G tolerance up, because once we started filming, there was a portion of it where you're flying in an F-18 almost every day.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, okay. Obviously, there's those icons from this movie. Val Kilmer's in it. And I know you don't have any scenes with them, but I believe he turned up to set. Now, did you get to meet him?
I did, yeah. It was, I mean, I've always been such a big fan of Val, as so many people are. And to see him on set and, in the, when he's in his naval, uniform and some different things like that, it was really, it was just seeing him and Tom talk was really wonderful to see.
Does that help get into character then, the uniform? Does that put you in the zone?
Oh, for sure. The danger zone?
I didn't even mean to do that, Miles.
Yes,
you know?
Yeah, right.
Promise. That's a proper dad joke, isn't it? On that note, listen, Miles, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations on the film. Thanks a
million.
million.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers.